Hello, sunshines. How art thou? How art thou? I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a relaxing weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. And if you're a mom, happy Mom's Day. I I don't think I did anything this weekend. I really wasn't feeling well. Yeah, I wasn't really feeling well this weekend, so I didn't really do too much of anything. But I hope you guys had a great weekend. Um, I wanted to I wanted to do yesterday, but then I was like, it's Mother's Day. Sit your ass down. Sit down somewhere. I didn't realize how you don't realize sometimes how tired you are until you try to get up and do things and it just was not working like at all. Even today, I was just so tired. Like I literally was sitting here like going like this. I said, okay, girl, get it together. I had to pull out my bang. This right here, 0 calories, okay? And it's not nasty either. Like, I don't like drinks that has no sugar and it has that nasty aftertaste. Nah, this is not paid, no sponsorship whatsoever. But this right here is banging. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we're going to go over ways of how to make money. Ways you can secure your bag, make some passive money, active money, and make it keep coming automatically to you. I did a lot of research like for the past 2 to 3 years. And all the research that I did in the past 2 to 3 years, I didn't understand in the beginning. I didn't understand it. I didn't acknowledge it. And when you don't understand something or acknowledge something, it does not come to you the way it needs to come to you so that you could utilize that information. And that's exactly what happened to me I'm going to say the past 5 years. Now that I am very serious in my business, very serious in what I do, it's hard, but it has become very understanding and very easy to secure your bag. You just got to have a lot of determination, a lot of discipline, but it's definitely doable. So I'm going to give you some ways of how to make passive money and active money. So if we don't know what passive money is income that you make recurrently with not a lot of work to do for it. So basically, it's the lazy way of making money. You have to set it up and maybe go in and maintenance every now and then, but it's not something you have to do daily. It's automatic. The other way is active money, earned money. So this is something that you have to go out, you earn your money, and you're basically working for it. With crochet, fiber artists in general, they do not put us in that category. They don't put us in the category um, of it being a career, making money, being able to retire with a good portion of money. They don't make that easy for us. So it's like you have to be very creative and very disciplined in order to continue for it to keep going and going and going. Now, if you heard of my podcast or whatever in the past, and I continuously always say, I practice basically positive law of attraction, positive feedback. So as long as I say I am diva, I am going to do this. I can't, I can move mountains. I continuously toot my own horn. And by me continuously tooting my own, something in my eye. Lord. Because I continuously toot my own horn, it gives me the confidence and the ability to keep going and pushing and being determined in what I do. So that's number one. Be very determined. Be very conscious of your niche, because you don't want to be flip-flopping and all over the place. Be very confident in your brand. Make sure your brand stands out. And everything that I'm going to tell you today will fall into place. Never say you're broke, because you're not broken. You're not a broken person. You're just a person who every now and then may need a little bit more. So don't say you're broke. If you're out of money, you say temporarily out of funds. When you're temporarily out of funds, it's like a mindset. You're speaking it into existence. Your mindset is going to continuously get you that money back. It may sound stupid, because believe me, 5 years ago, I was like, yeah, somebody is lying to me. You just say these things and it's going to happen. Let me tell you, it did. And I'm coming from a place of being homeless. I'm coming from a place of not being able to work because of my disability. A place of making like $90,000, a place of making $90,000 a year to making only 10, 15,000 a year. So I'm not talking just to talk out my ass. I'm talking off a real strong experience that I had to go through in order to make it to where I am today. So before I also go on with that, I want to remind you to make sure you like and share the information, because apparently my videos are not upholding. So because it's not upholding, YouTube is like lowering my standard right now. So my numbers are like so low. And if my numbers are low, I'm doing this for basically nothing, because if you put in the search that you wanted to find something about graphing or business or whatever for crocheting or fiber artists, you're not going to be able to find me. So like, share, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Click reminder if you want me to remind you of everything I upload. And in the bottom below, it says join. If you want to join the Diva Squad, which is memberships, there's 3 different memberships, and all of the memberships, you're going to get me, of course. But you're also going to get content that no one else can get. Like this past week, I uploaded some content that nobody knows about, but my Diva Squad. Or you could be the membership that wants to learn how to graph. That membership is the 3rd membership. You're going to get all of the above, plus videos on how to graph like the Diva. And I started a video already, and we did a live already, and that's just a little bit of what we're going to do. All right, let's move on. Making money, securing your bag. Let's see. You know, I always have notes. I always got it together. All right, so passive money, as I mentioned, is the lazy way of making money. The best thing to do is when you're starting to do your business, make sure that you have 7 ways. It could be some passive, it could be some earned, which is like the active way of making money, as long as it's 7. A minimum of 7. You can have more, but it must be a minimum of 7 in order for you to be able to use crocheting, knit, spinning, yarn dyeing, in order for you to make money. And what I mean by making money, I'm not talking about chump change either. In order to make money, make sure you have 7 minimum ways of income generating in all of your accounts. I'm going to tell you how I did it. The way I did it was the slow way. The real slow way. And the reason why I did it the slow way is because I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I had no idea what I was doing. And when I started finding those people to help me, that's when things just started coming together, because the people that I surround myself with are those who don't mind sharing, those who don't mind helping, those who don't mind saying, this is what you need to do, blah, 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 blah. And that's what you need to do. Surround yourself with people, positive people that are going to help you. So if you have a question, they're not going to BS you because they don't want you to succeed. And that's what I came across. I came across a lot of people who I would ask them, can you help me with this? Or how did you do that? Or how did you get that? And they would give you a generic answer. Why? Because they don't want you to succeed. You don't need them. Forget them, because you're going to get on top. I guarantee you. Just listen to these strategies. When I first started 5 years ago, well, not start crocheting, but 5 years ago when I decided to do the business, I started off with grafts. Now I've been graphing since 2013, but 5 years ago, I learned that you can make a great amount of money with it. Before that, I was doing classes. So I realized I was making money, and it was one year I had no money for Christmas for my kids, none. And I'm not that chick that's gonna say, I need help, please help. I just want to get my kids something, because I felt like I needed to make sure a roof is over our head, we had food, and blah blah blah. And if I said I needed Christmas items for my kids, that would have been kind of stupid when I knew I needed other things. So I had to find a way of making money. The first thing I did was I used my Grafgan making to generate some funds. I made a lot of mistakes back then, though. I started the patterns. I was giving them away for free. I wasn't making no money whatsoever. Then I started to make money when I realized I needed some. So I would charge, like, I think it was like $3, $4. This was back in 2014 now. Not now. But I was charging like $3, $4 for grabs. And I would make money, but it wasn't enough to write home to at all. Then people would ask, what software are you using? How do you do that? Can you do this? Can you do that? And I realized that, hey, they're asking me something that I might be able to provide. And then one young lady, her name is Valerie, I'll never forget her. She said, do you do classes? Because I really want to learn how to do this on my own. That's when I started doing classes. So back in 2014, 15, that's when I started the Grafgan classes. But I also started graphing classes. So I was doing both hand in hand. Graphing classes was the most money I ever made doing this crocheting fiber artist situation. That was a blessing. A blessing. I started off charging, like, actually I didn't charge in the beginning. I'm always giving stuff for free until I figure out whether or not this is for me or if I can actually do it. So the first class was free. The second class was $25. Third class, I started charging $40, because then I realized, okay, this is a gem. This is gold. I could do this. But it had nothing to do with me being greedy. It had all to do with all of the energy I was taking to doing this. When I did that class, I did it as if I was an actual professor in a closet. Jesus. Get your bang. It's banging me right now. In a closet. When I started doing that, I realized that I wasn't being greedy, but I realized that how much time it was taking me, and I would do it like as if they were in college and taking a college course, and I would give them a certificate. I will also like grade them, and it would be from this chapter, second chapter, third chapter. Well, actually, we did mods. So one mod, I think it went all up to like 6 mods. And once you complete it, you did a final, and if you pass your final, you graduated. I did that. I did that for 6 whole years on how to teach graphing. If you go on Etsy, a lot of those people who are on Etsy were taught by me. And then I stopped. And the reason why I stopped is because life got in the way. When life got in the way, it was It was hell for me. So I was starting to get emotional because it was really, 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 really bad. I needed a lot of support. I didn't get it. And being that I didn't get that support, I had to keep using my hands to generate money. So I was taking in orders for blankets and baby clothes and whatever just to generate money. The thing about it is, what I was doing was taking this money before I finished their product. And then by the time I finished the product and gave it to them, I was broke again. So I can't, I told myself I didn't want to keep going through that rotation. I spent hours and hours and hours, sometimes up to like 2 weeks doing a project. And for my customer, I would charge them so little too. I used to charge like maybe $60 for a crochet blanket, a Grafgan at that. And when I did that, it was so stupid of me to do that because I felt like I did all this work for nothing. I got yelled at a couple of times by people that love me. So because I got yelled at, I decided I'm changing my prices. What I did also was I thought out of the box. And this is one thing I am so thankful for me to be blessed with creative ability and the way of thinking out of the box and getting what I need to get without doing what everybody else is doing. We all are crocheters, right? We are crocheters, fiber artists. Whether you knit, you do yarn dyeing, whatever. As long as you pick up that yarn with a hook or a needle, you have the ability to make a lot of money. It's just that we don't realize that there's so many other people out there doing that. I'm in Jersey City. Jersey City, New Jersey has a lot of crocheters, even those crocheters that learned on YouTube. I found that out the hard way. I told my cousin that I was going to make something for her. Well, she asked me to make something for her, and I told her it was $80, and I wasn't going any lower. And she said, "Is that the family discount?" My hands don't know what family discount is, girl. My hands don't know that. So she went to someone else. So that's one thing that us crocheters need to do is be a little creative, because you yourself can be a great crocheter, but that person doesn't realize that your great crocheting is not going to be the same as that other great crocheter. So it tends to like put you in the hot spot because they're going to go to that other person because the other person is cheaper. But don't ever lower your standard, because they did go to the other crocheter. But you want to know something? They came back to me. Stand firm. There's no competition whatsoever. The other young lady is well capable of making great money. She just do it on her way. But it's enough people out here and enough money out here for me to do it my way. So that's exactly what I did. I just did it my way. Now, let's talk passive. Making passive money, just sitting on your behind. I wake up in the morning and I see, congratulations, you just received a sale. Congratulations, you just got 2 sales. Like, I see that, and that is like, that's the best feeling in the world. And I get my my Etsy, I generate it for a monthly. So I would get the money sent automatically to my account monthly. It's the best feeling in the world. It's like, wow, like I did that. Patterns. Sell your patterns. If you don't know how to make a pattern, I got the solution for that. There's some crocheters out there who hire people to do their patterns, or take a pattern class, a pattern workshop, YouTube, university. There's so many different ways you can learn how to make a pattern. The thing about it is, making that pattern is not the only thing you need to do. You need to make sure that that pattern is worth for someone to buy. And you don't want you personally would not want to pay $25 for a pattern that you can't even read. So just be very conscious of your pattern, your words. I have a video with Busy Peach, and she explains everything of how to do a pattern. So check that video out. Um, it's like a whole lot of different tips she gave, and it was something that it was like one of my number one videos because so many people got so much information from it. So if you really need to, if that's what you want to do and you want to get some tips on doing patterns, check that video out. I'm also doing a recorded video on some apps that will help you also with the pattern making. Did you know that there's some websites and apps and different sites that help you with your pattern? Yeah, I'm gonna get that to you ASAP. YouTube. Oh, YouTube generates money. It's not fast money. And in the beginning, it's not a lot of money, but you can make money. The thing is, you just have to start. Whatever your heart desires. It could be a blog, a vlog. It could be teaching someone how to do one of your patterns. Instead of it written, you could do a video, or you could do business coaching, whatever your heart desires. It just has to be something that you do continuously. You have to upload, because Facebook, like I said earlier, my numbers is not right. So if you press like, if you comment, if you share, all of that is in the favor of the creator. What is it? Content creator. All of that is in favor of the content creator. So like Little John, for instance, when she started years ago, she started like 3 years ago. The first year and a half, she said she didn't generate too much of anything. It started kicking off when she developed the blog. Once she got her blog, it went hand in hand, and then her YouTube started going off crazy. Now she makes an extra $5,000 a month with all of her income coming in. So just be very conscious of that, and keep in mind it's very time consuming, but definitely possible. Another passive way of making money is selling your merchandise. Of course, we're crocheters. We want to sell our stuff. You want to make clothes, sell them. The thing about that is, and this is very touchy, and a lot of people may not like what I have to say, but it's the God honest truth. If you go back and you look at all of those people who crochet, and I interviewed them on my podcast, not one of them said that they make a living making those clothes and generating all this money. And if they do tell you that, they're lying. Because if you want to make a lot of money with crochet items, you need to invest in maybe like strippers, exotic strippers, like something that's going to you could continuously keep producing. The thing about it is, to create a garment, it takes a little time. Then when you sell it, that person may only wear it one time, and they may only purchase it for one occasion. They're not going to want to wear it continuously. Some do, don't get me wrong, some do, but 9 times out of 10, they're not. They buy your merchandise for a certain occasion. So because they're buying it for a certain occasion, your demand is very low. You need to produce where the demand is going to give you enough money that it's worth it. It's not worth it to create a bunch of clothes that is not going to sell. Like Celeste, like I did the podcast on Celeste, and everybody loves the stuff that she makes. She is so freaking creative. And I asked her, do you generate money off of this? And she said no. All of this stuff is hanging in her closets because there's no profiting off of the design. She does it because that's what she wants to do, and it's fun. But yeah, just be careful. You are able to do some customers that really want the garments for certain occasions, and just keep advertising that. Just keep saying, this is for the beach, or this is for if you have a special day. But that is not where you're going to make a lot of money from at all. If you're going to make blankets, like me, I do Graphgans. It's very overwhelming. Some people are not able to produce in a week or two like I do, or like Gail, my girl, my sister Gail. Everybody is not able to produce like us. So it may not be something that you want to do, but if you do want to do Graphgans, that's good money. I don't like charging anything less than 100, 125, and that's just the baby crib size. So you can generate some money, but it's not something you can make a living out of. So you definitely need more passive income. So selling merchandise, what I mean also is, if you want to do shirts, t-shirts for like the crochet community, that right there is easy money. It's like, you can go on Printfuls, you could go on what is it, Teesprings, you could go on there's another place, Vista. All of these places, they have their own equipment and stuff. They will do all of the work. So this is how it's passive. You design, you put it up in your store, someone purchases it, and then all you have to do is just make sure that they get their product. And Printful and Teesprings will tell you this product was delivered on this day, and they will send you your profit. Easy, 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 easy. I have a Teesprings account, and I use it to cater to those who crochet and those who don't crochet. So I have some t-shirts in there. I am not going to spend money on a Cricut, but you can. And you could do that on the side. But that is not passive money. If you're going to get a Cricut and you're going to learn how to use it and you're going to make your own shirts, that's not passive money. Passive money is when you use the companies to send out your stuff. That way you don't have to worry about packaging. You don't have to worry about the shirt, buying the shirts and all of that. They do it all for you. Only thing you're doing is designing it, put it up, publish it, and put it out there into the world. That's all you need to do. A blog or a website. So I have a website. I just didn't launch it yet. There's a reason for that. But I didn't publish it yet. But 9 times out of 10, a lot of the crocheters that you see that are really, really popular has a blog. So their blog complements their YouTube channel, or their blog generates like patterns, good information for crocheters. And when you type in Google, that's what comes up, blogs. So it generates good money. The thing about blogs is you're not going to get a lot of money instantly. It takes some time. So do it, put it out there, maintenance it monthly, and you will eventually start seeing the benefits happen. The same with your website. Instead of using Etsy or Shopify, put it on your website. That way the money that comes out is all to you. And you don't have to worry about paying Etsy. You don't have to worry about paying Shopify. It's all your money. The only thing you have to do is pay for your website to be maintained. A book. Publish a book. Do you know how easy that is nowadays? I didn't realize how easy that is. When you publish a book, you can put it on Amazon. You can put it on Kindle. There's certain steps that you could do to publish your book. Now, what I mean by book is you could do it for crocheters or non-crocheters, and you could write a story, or you could write, these are the benefits of crocheting, or this is businesses, or a pattern book. So you could put all your patterns in one book and sell them. That is a great way to generate money, and you don't have to do anything. You just do the book, put it up, publish it, and make sure you just, every now and then talk about it so that it can keep coming up and people can keep seeing it and purchase it. It's like a no-win situation. It's like you could always make some type of money with that book, and you don't have to do anything else. A subscription box is another passive way of making money. So if you are a yarn dyer, the yarn that you're dyeing, you could make like kits. Like there's something that I'm collaborating with Miss Peachy, and she has like a little kit for and it's gonna be so nice. Like I love it. But the kit is a box with her yarn in there, and sometimes she adds a little bit of this because she has other collaborations. So the other collaborations will add whatever to the mix, and so you have this subscription box. And then each month or each quarter, you can sell this subscription box and generate some money. That's something that you do one time and you can send it out, and that makes pretty good money as well. Hand Oh, did you guys know that Amazon has a handmade section? So instead of going on Amazon and buying like your little things like my microphone or my ring light or something like that, there's a section for handmade items. You could sell your handmade items on Amazon, and you're basically being generated for a bigger audience. So if someone wanted to purchase like a sweater or a shawl or something like that, your item will come up on Amazon and you could be able to sell it. So check that out. Check out handmade items on Amazon and see if you could open up a seller account to sell. And that would be dope. Like to sell your stuff on Amazon, that's really dope. What else? I did publish the book. Okay, so that's all passive money. Another way that I make passive money is I'm an Amazon affiliate. So, Amazon affiliation is not all that you think it is. And to generate money from it, you got to do a little bit of poking and let me see. The first month, I'm gonna say the first month or two that I started doing Amazon affiliation, I realized that I was not making a lot of money because you're only getting like 13 cents here, 27 cents here. So each time someone uses your link to purchase something, you're only getting a couple of coins. What made my 13 cent, 10 cent, whatever cents turn into dollars was the fact that I got smart and creative. A lot of people would put their stuff on their blog. So if they're talking about a certain type of, for instance, they want to talk about a crochet hook that they were using and they bought it off of Amazon, they would put that link on their website. And the link on their website, you will know that this person bought this and this person says that this is what is going to be good. You're going to click on it and you're going to purchase it. So that's how people make money, through their website, through their blogs. I did not have my blog up yet. I didn't have my website up yet. So because I didn't have that up yet, I had to be creative. I had this Amazon affiliation link and I'm like, what am I going to do? How am I going to do this? Then I had a girlfriend who is like a big time couponer, and she would post like certain things that's on sale, and a lot of them were on Amazon. And I'm like, where are you getting this from? So she told me, and so what I decided to do was do some more investigation, and I realized that me being an Amazon affiliate, I'm able to get promotions. I'm able to get the inside scoop of what's coming out and what I can use to put out there. So that's when, if you follow me, that's where you see me posting this is on sale or that's on sale or you better get this because it's almost gone. That's what I do. And that's how I started generating a lot of money, to the point where one day you can have your money go to your account, you could get a check, or you can have it go into a gift card. I opted to do the gift card because I'm always buying from Amazon. And one day, I didn't even realize it because, again, passive money is beautiful. It's so beautiful. I didn't realize it, but I bought like maybe $80 worth of things and I only paid $2. And I'm like, why am I paying $2? Then when I looked, it's because of my Amazon affiliation. I was paid and it went directly into my account, and I only paid $2 for my items. So that is like the best thing ever. The thing about it is I had to be creative and I had to find ways of getting that out. I got that link and I just started pushing it out. Now, Little John and I spoke about that because she told me to do it a while ago. And when I did it, they did not accept me because you have to be approved. You have to be approved. They denied me in the beginning. I tried it again, and that's when they approved me. But that was after I got my YouTube channel and my website. But anyway, they approved me. Once they approved me, and I got creative, and I told her this is a amount of money that I'm making. She was like, I don't make that amount. Like she's like, how do you make that? How do you do that? You got to be very, very, very creative. Very creative. And when you are a hustler, you find ways of pushing. Just keep pushing and keep grinding. And that's what I did, to the point where I was able to show her how to do it. And I thought that was so dope because she's up here, I'm down here, and I gave her a lot of gems. Just being creative. That's all. Just being creative. Okay, so active is when you're actually working. You actually have to do something to generate your money. And teaching. Take a class, do a class. Ask your local library. I mean, things are starting to open up now. Ask your local library if it's open, if you could do a class, or Michael's. The thing about Michael's is I think you have to have you have to take the classes and get certified in order to teach. Do it. Do it. That's extra money. You could do online classes, one-on-one, with certain people. If you trust them, you could go to their house or they can go to your house. There's so many different ways on how to teach. So short, tiny story. I did, in the beginning of my YouTube journey, I started to do teaching kids and adults how to crochet. So for the non-crocheters that wanted to learn how to crochet, I would send them to my channel and I would tell them this is what you need to do to learn how to crochet. And someone in Wisconsin sent me an email. It's a student sent me an email not too long ago too, asking if I can, they're doing a project and if I can help him out. It was a young boy. And he basically said, I watch your channel and I learned so much from you, and I crochet and I donate it to the homeless. Is there any way I can make money from this? And he asked me 3 other questions. So he had a list of questions and he was like, can you please, if you have the time, can you answer my questions? And I appreciate it. So basically he asked me, how can he make money? How can he use the money to help the homeless? What is it that he needs to do to make the money? And is there any way he can learn how to crochet faster? And I answered the questions for him. Basically, of course, I was very generic because everybody is very different. I have no idea who the young man is. I have no idea who his teacher was because it came from his teacher's account. I have no idea. I've never met this man, this little boy, this teacher. I haven't met them at all. I still don't know who they are. I even had to look up the school because they said who the school was. I had to look it up just to see if this was like for real. So you never ever know who's watching you. You never know. That's why I kind of cut the language, and I stopped I used to have in a corner that discretion. I stopped. I didn't realize a lot of people who I didn't realize was watching me. So I realized that I had to change it up a little bit and be a little bit more considerate of others. So yeah, that's the background story of how me doing the teaching helped somebody in Wisconsin, a young boy. And I was very, very, very excited about that. That did not make me money, but me posting it on YouTube did. Okay, YouTube. You can use YouTube for passive money, and you can use YouTube for actively making money. What I'm doing right now, I'm actively making money. So this is money that I'm earning doing this YouTube live stream. Now, to passively make money off of YouTube is if you give me a donation. That is money that I wasn't expecting, and that's money that can go into the pot. Believe me, it's hard, and you don't be rich overnight. You may not be rich at all, but I'm a hustler. I'm gonna get there. I'm definitely gonna get there. Crocheting items, active, very active. You're consistently using your hands, so be mindful of that. Be mindful that anything can happen to your hands. I have RA, so it could be a time where my hands may hurt. It could be a time where like my hands lock up and I can't crochet. I still need to make money. So I have to find ways of making money. And that's why I did more of the passive ways of making money. So just, be mindful that our hands are not always going to cooperate. And being that crocheting takes time, if you have a full-time job, you may not have the time to do it. So being that you don't have the time to do it, you need some passive income. So that's something that you gotta like weigh out your options. You can crochet because that's something that we love to do, right? So being that we love to crochet, we want to add that in there and still make the money. But I decided to cut my graph ganning down a little bit. So I would get maybe 4 to 5 orders a month, and I cut it down to 2. I did that because I don't want to wear these out. I don't want to be, being that I have RA, I need to make sure that my hands are good all time. Me cutting down, it didn't cut my customers though. Me going from 4 to 5 a month to 2 a month did not necessarily cut my customers down. It actually made it kind of sort of harder for me because even though I'm telling them, no, I'm not able to do it, they're like, I'll wait. But it's after the time that you need. It's okay. I'll still give it to her. So when your work is good, and I mean good, and people want your work, they will wait and they will pay whatever they want to pay. This sister, I have to say this too, because this is a great example. I'm a Eastern Star, and I have this sister that always purchased stuff from me. Again, there's so many crocheters in the Eastern Star community that I'm like, I don't think I'm a crochet in the Eastern Star community because I can't compare to these people who've been crocheting since they were little girls. I just started crocheting as an adult in my 30s. So I said I can't compare, but I have something real gold. I have something that they didn't have, and that was graph ganning. So when I decided to do a graph gan for one of my sisters, my OES sisters, she wore it, heads turned. Where you get that from? I need that. And it was like, can I get her number? Can I get her number? Can I get her number? And they started hitting me up on Facebook. They started just hitting me up. I still have customers that come to me from being in the Eastern Star community. So the Eastern Star community, even though I'm not an active member, I'm always an Eastern Star, but I'm not an active member there. So being that I'm not an active member, I still affiliate with them and they still come to me. So this one sister, she asked me a couple of months ago, I think right before the holidays, can you make this baby blanket a Hades flag for a baby? I said I can't do a baby blanket for the Haiti flag. It's too much detail. And I don't want to cut the detail out of the Hades flag because then it won't be a Hades flag. So she said, oh, wow. But I gave her other designs with the Hades colors or maybe something of Haiti. That's not what she wants. She wanted the flag. Then months later, like literally like last month, she said, sis, I still want you to make that blanket. You know that, right? And I'm like, no, I told you that I can't. And then I showed her, I literally just did a graph for somebody. I said, I only have this queen size blanket. That's it. It's a queen size blanket. She was like, I want it. I'm like, huh? Like, I said, I'm not charging anything less than $300, $400. I'm not charging anything less than $300, $400. She was like, I don't care where you want me to send the money. So if your work is good, it will get all of the recognition that you need without even advertising. And even though I said I don't have time to do it right now, I can't do it for another 2 months. She didn't care. She didn't care. I will wait. She said, I'll wait. I'll wait. So make sure that your stuff is good and people see your work and they will wait for you and they will make sure that they come to you and you only. And I have loyal customers where I'm always doing something for them. Always. I always get for them to keep coming back. I would give them 10% off. I would give them like maybe a hat, anything, just to make my customers very special and loyal. Christmas, holidays, birthdays, cards, anything, make them feel special. They keep coming back to you, and that will keep generating money for you. Even though there's a lot of crocheters out there, you make your customers special, they're going to keep coming to you. Just like they're a store or something. You want to go to that store that you don't have to worry about something is broken and you can't return it or whatever. So yeah, just take that into consideration. That is also commission projects. But what I mean by commission projects is back in the days, I used to crochet for strippers. And I did it just to get myself kind of sort of out there. I didn't want to tell nobody. I just did it. And some of the strippers were from like Atlanta. Some of the strippers were from New York. Some of the strippers were from Miami. And I did it for free in the beginning. And then eventually I started charging. So what I mean by commission is they wanted to do a collaboration with all of the strippers together. And they wanted to do this big, big thing. And so they wanted me to make the stuff for them. And when you make the stuff for them, they wanted like a certain theme. So that's what I did. It was like 10 of them. And they gave me 3 months to complete them. So that was like almost like a wholesale thing. So each piece was like maybe $60 each and whatever. So I made like 10 pieces or whatever. So that was pretty good money, pretty fast money, because I didn't need a lot of yarn for strippers. Not at all. It was like strings. That's it. You don't need a lot of money. The men, I did not do anything for the men. I did them all for females, but I was trying. And I can still do it, but I decided not to. I was trying. I was trying hard. I was trying real hard to get some exotic men to take my crochet items. But then I thought about it like, do I want to see a crochet item on a man? Not really. Craft fairs, pop-up shops. So those are I don't like doing, but it's a good way of making money. I don't like. A lot of crocheters make good money doing that though. A pop-up shop, you can like generate a whole lot of hats, scarves, shawls, ponchos, all of those things. People make scrunchies, like whatever your heart desires, and you could sell them to people at the pop-up shop or craft fairs or whatever. Lately, they just been coming back, being that we were in the lockdown last year, but now they're starting to pop up a little bit more, and there's a lot of virtual ones. So get up on those virtual ones, because that right there has been very successful for the last couple of months. I didn't realize how successful it was, and it is very, very, very successful. So look into the pop-up shops in your area. Look up, there's a lot of pop-up shops coming up too. A lot. All you have to do is maybe purchase a spot, which is like maybe between $25 and $100. Someone told me to do Sister a Circle like 3 years ago, and they wanted like $300 for a table, but it was very worth it. Very worth it. Very, very, very worth it. So just, pick and choose what you want and what you feel comfortable with, but just make sure you need to produce months ahead of time. So I know that Sister Circle was in October, I believe. I believe it was in October. Being that Sister Circle is in October, I would start doing projects maybe January or something like that. Or literally right after that one, I would do it for the next year one and just keep putting up your hats, putting up your scarves, putting up this, putting up that. And you could generate some good money like that. Some good money. Did you guys realize that you can make photo props and sell them? The only reason why I'm adding this is because we just went and got pictures last week. Last week. We got pictures, my family, my whole family. We went and got pictures last week with my mom and everything. It was my mom's Mother's Day gift because she wanted us to get pictures for our family for the longest. So me being the big sis said, I'm putting my foot down. I'm doing this day. We're gonna do this day, this time. We're gonna wear blue and white and da 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 da. And yeah, I just like I always do. I'm in control, and I did that. So my mom was extremely happy yesterday, and I was happy. But while we were there, I have a little niece who is 1 years old, and she's kind of cranky sometimes. And I said, I wish I would have made, because she loves Elmo. I said, I wish I would have made um like one of those little what you call them? Something to put on the lady's camera, which is like a prop. I wish I would have did that because she sees Elmo, she instantly like she goes crazy. So I thought about it and I said to the lady, I was like, do you guys ever use one of these? And I looked it up on Google and I showed her and she was like, no, that's a great idea. I said, well, I crochet, I can make some. That's me being my big ass mouth and me being that I could find a way of making money. Boom. That's just me doing that. I find ways of making money through everything. Everything I do, I find ways. Everything. So when I saw that, and this is JC Penney's, I said, how many do y'all need? And what do y'all need? And I could donate it or I could sell it. And then I thought about other like random photographers, not just in JC Penney's, because we're dealing with JC Penney's. But if you have an independent photographer, that right there is gold. So just look into that. Look into some photographers in your area, or if you know someone, make some props and give it to them and see if that works. And that's great money you can make. But not just that, the little stuffed animals you put on the cameras, not just that. You can make photo props for babies, which is like costumes for babies. Every single holiday, someone wants something. Every single baby that's born, somebody wants something. Make it. I in the beginning would do the free. Like I would do a gift for someone. And when I would do the gift for someone, I would do it like very creative so that they see that this is what I make. Take pictures and other people see it and that would generate more people coming to you. So do something that is so out of the box. Don't do what everybody else is doing. I mean, you can, it's up to you. Do what you feel you want to do for someone, and I would say do it as a gift. Do it as a gift. When you do it as a gift, it starts to generate. And if somebody needs something that crochet, they will automatically think of your name. So the reason why my name comes up a lot all over social media is because I'm always producing something. If you crochet now and don't crochet again for like another month or two, they tend to forget. You don't want people to forget. You want your name to keep standing out. So when people think of me, they're thinking of she makes blankets, she makes clothes, she makes baby stuff, and she puts names on it. The thing about it is because I am diva and I always say I can make everything. Be careful with that because people literally say, can you make this? Can you make that? And it'll be so off the wall stuff. Like one lady wanted me to put initials on the collar of a baby sweater and somewhere on the sweater put love grandma. I'm like, girl, how am I doing that? How am I going to do that? How am I putting love grandma? Maybe the initials, but how am I putting love grandma? Like, really? So they don't realize us crocheters and what we can do, what we can't do, what can be done. They don't realize that. So you just gotta explain that to them. But other than that, sell it. Sell the hell out of yourself, and let them know that you can do it, but you can't add this and that. And it might look tacky anyway. Some people, so tacky. Be a content writer. A content writer is a writer who is based. So, say for instance, me. I have a blog that I won't produce because I don't want to write. There's so many people out there who needs a writer to write for them and put it on their blog or put it on their website. And that, if you ever paid attention, you probably never did, but I do. You can go on Indeed.com, Monster.com, CareersBuilder.com. You could go on these places, and there's a lot of places that are actually looking for content writers, crocheters, pattern writer. There's people out there that's looking for someone like that. So that right there is active money that you can make just by going on Career Builder or all those job searching places. There's another site, and I forgot the name of it, but there's another site that you could go on where you can actually put what you do. So you could put that you are a pattern writer. You could put that you're a content writer. You could put that you do all of these things, and someone will go on there and say, I need your help. That's a great way of making money. It's active money, but it's a great way of making money. So you could look into that. Translator? Oh, never mind. I ain't even gonna tell you what I thought I put. I can't even write my own. I can't read my own writing. A translator. So if you speak another language and you need to convert something like another pattern for someone. So me, for instance, if I wanted to do a pattern and I wanted someone to convert it to like Spanish or Russian or Chinese, there's other people out there who can convert your pattern into that. But if you yourself is bilingual, trilingual, or whatever, you can do it. And you get paid for your time. So if you have another language or know someone with another language, try it out. That will definitely work, and it will increase your funds. So you just pay that person one fee, but you are going to continuously make money off of it because that's your pattern. They just translate it for you. So you pay them that one time and you will continuously make money off of that. Okay, so this is something I don't do, but it's something that you can do if you want. Being an independent yarn dyer, I did not realize the demand yarn dyers are in right now. We are fiber artists and we love yarn. So why not love yarn so much to the point where you are making your own? Like, that is so dope. To make your own yarn, the color you want, make it variegated, or if you want to make it like one side red, one side black, you could do that. There's so many different yarns out there. There's cotton, there's tinsel. Like, we are so stuck on acrylic. There's way more out there than acrylic. Way more out there. So you can experiment with colored bang. Get you some bang, because I'm banged up right now. I'm so freaking hyper. And I didn't even drink the whole can. I drank like maybe 3 sips. Yeah, so make sure you look into the yarn dyeing thing if that's something that you're interested in, and or ask someone who is a yarn dyer that may be able to help you. I know Miss Busy Peach. She does yarn dyeing. She does excellent yarn dyeing, and she has her own little formula. So her colors may come out different than somebody else's, but other than that, she's making great money. And I remember when she first started, and it was like she went from like making like 10, 20. We would see like a little bit of yarn in the back to the point where now it's like a whole lot. And she got so good with it to the point where now I have yarn that she paid homage to me and my name and some other people. And so I have yarn. If you want to go check it out, go to Busy Peach bzypeach.com, and her yarn is beautiful. But check out the Shauna yarn. So if you guys are making like dolls, she has that yarn that is all different shades. So I have yarn that's my shade. Check it out. It's so dope, man. It is so dope. I get chills thinking about it because it's so many different colors that she made, and the different colors that she made are like you can use it, and it's not just dark colors. There's so many light colors, so for different races and everything. So check it out. If you're making dolls, she has the perfect yarn for you. But the Shauna one, if you want my collection, that's the Shauna. So check that out. A spinner. I see no interest in spinning, but you may. Spinning your yarn. So basically you get yarn like cotton, like a big thing of just fluffy yarn that has not been spent to look like what we use. Spinners make money off of what they do because they would take the cotton or whatever they're making, and they would spin it, and they would make it in so many different consistencies. It may be thick, it may be thin, it may be very textured. It depends on what they want, and it's actually like something that I never even thought of. I didn't even think that it was something that we could do. But my girl, Shanti Rose, if you go on Instagram and Etsy, she has a website, Shanti Rose, and she does spinning. She has little spinning kits where it's like the mini ones where you could spin. It's like you hold it like this and it spins and it wraps the yarn. So the yarn it goes like how what we use. The thing is she'll show you how to make it certain consistency. So it could be very fine or it could be very thick. And it's so dope. And I just don't have any interest in doing it. I just want the yarn. So after they spin it, that's when you dye it if you want to dye it. And then, it's like a process. Like you guys don't realize, like when you break down fiber artists and in the fiber artist community, when you break down every single thing, there's so many different things in the making that you can make money off of. And a lot of us don't realize that. We don't realize that you branching off into one area like yarn. And when you branch off into that yarn, you got to realize the whole making of that yarn. So there's somebody out there who has the sheep, and they use their sheep, and they cut the yarn for us, well, the wool, and then it goes into another process and then another process until we get it. So that's something that you guys can take a look at. You guys can take a look at that, and it might be something that you like, and that's another form of income, and it could be another form of addiction or love that you have for that particular thing. I think that is so dope, though. I really do. I think it's so dope to actually have yarn, because some of the people that I collaborate with, they actually went to a farm, cut the wool, washed it, spinned it, dyed it, and then made something. And I'm like, wow, like that would be so cool. And there's different farms that allow you to do that too. There's one in South Carolina where it's a farm that actually allows you to do that. You cut it, you wash it. All of that is like, wow, like I did not know you could do that. And yes, you can. And then you can find ways of making money, because they're making money off of it. So you can find ways of making money off of that. It's so cool. It's so cool. Another thing is business coach. So I did a class a while back, like last year sometime. Was it yeah. I did a class last year on business, basically like a business certification and business coach. So my longtime friend Kawan, we did an interview with her, and she basically taught us on different ways of starting your business and maintaining your business, how you get your LLC and all of that. So there's a video of that. If you wanted to check it out, there's a video of that. and her name is Kawan Fitch, but we call her Coach K, Coach Kawan. So when I did her class, it's a purpose coach. And so what I did do was I took the purpose coach and made it into what I do now, which is the crochet community. And I decided to use it for business coaching in the community of fiber artists. And the reason why I decided to do that is because there were so many people out there who did not know what to do, did not know how they was going to do their business or what they needed to do to market their business. And with all the research and the things that I did in the certification, I decided to do that. So if you wanted to do that, that's something that you could do. You could take certifications to learn how to do coaching, and you coach on business. The thing about it is it's a broad topic. So it could be something like a business, but more marketing, or you could do more of it's so many dynamics into the situation that it's way more money to be made because it's so many different avenues. And I find it so exciting because you have people who actually need your help and you can help them. So I think that's exciting to actually see them follow you and actually make something of their self. So that's real dope. Look into that business coaching because it's easy money. It's active money, but it's not as bad. You know, it's not. It's not as bad. Not at all. But if you guys have any questions, you could definitely ask. I'm going to go into what I do and what are the things I do to make money. But if you have any questions, I'm going to pull up my comments because I had to take it down so that I won't get distracted. But I'm looking at my comments now just in case you guys have any questions. Hello, Regina. You are a squad member, a Diva squad member. How art thou? How art thou? And Sandrika. Hey, sister. You are a sister. Hello. And you also are a Diva Squad member. So congrats there. I always give acknowledgments to my Diva Squads because they are paying. They joined the membership. So down there's a button that you could click to join, and you get all of the perks of being a Diva Squad member, which is the inside of what I'm doing, and you're going to be the first to know before anybody else. I may give you different perks. When you ask a question when I do a live stream, you're going to get yours first. And then the very last membership is the one that teaches you how to graph like the Diva. So if you want to do that, just click the join button there at the bottom and you won't be disappointed. So how I make money. Like I said in the beginning, you need 7 forms of ways you can make income. 7. In order for you to be able to say I'm making full-time money, 7. If you want to stay at home, have your own business from home, just doing nothing but crochet and stuff, 7 ways. I have 12. I tell you, I'm a hustler. I don't play. I have 12. And I'm working on 13 and 14. I don't play. I don't play. When it comes to being an entrepreneur and being able to say my kids have and not want, because I've been there before, I'm gonna keep hustling no matter how I feel, no matter what's going on in my life. I'm gonna keep pushing and pushing and pushing and hustling. So here are the 12 items that I do to make my money, and I'm going to tell you what I make. So the first one is I crochet. I crochet. That's the first one. I crochet. I make blankets, clothes, baby stuff, baby items, whatever you name it, I crochet it. And that's where I can generate some money. I don't do no more than 2 items a month. Sometimes I do 3. But other than that, 2 to 3 items per month is good enough for me. And I can possibly make at least $400 to $500 a month. At least. It could be more, but at least $400 to $500 a month on just crocheting alone. So that's just crocheting alone, right? The next thing is I have crochet patterns and I have graphs. So right now, all my graphs, and I have like a couple of patterns, maybe 2 or 3, in Etsy, they are making per month at least $450 to $600 a month, right? That is just graphs and, well, mostly graphs. So just on graphs alone, about $450 to $600. It depends. It depends. Like around the holidays, I can make almost 1,000 to 1,500. But there is always the months where you are low. So that's the reason why having multiple ways of making money is the best thing in the world, because when you're short in one of them, you could be higher in another one. So it always offsets. Yeah, graphs are always in demand, but for some apparent reason, I sell way more during the holidays. What else? What else? So that graphs and regular patterns both. That's both. So that's 3 right there. The blog. I didn't publish it yet, but once I do publish my blog, I can start off with at least an extra $20 to $50. And that's just starting. But I guarantee you I'm gonna do more than that. But to start off with the blog, I'm going to say about $50. At least $50. I wouldn't say any more yet until after I publish it, but at least $50 with the blog. The podcast. So with the podcast is a little bit hard, because in order to make and generate money, you have to have sponsors. And I have sponsors, but these are sponsors that Anchor, which is the host that I use for my podcast, they provide for you. So if you ever wanted to listen to any of my podcasts, and you could go to it on Spotify, you can go to it on iTunes or Google Podcasts. When you go on an Anchor, when you go on that and you look up Creative Stitching Diva or Chronicles of a Crochet Diva, you see the podcast that I had put up. And you probably get some advertisement here and there. Those advertisements are what brings in money for me. As of right now, my podcast is not generating a lot of money at all. It's not generating a lot of money at all. So I don't want to include the podcast right now, but I will give it another couple of months before I'm able to generate way more. But when you have, like, when your name gets up there and people start knowing who you are, it starts to generate a little bit more. And then people start using the sponsor and clicking on the ads and whatever. And then you could potentially make good money doing the podcast. But as of right now, I'm not making a lot of money. YouTube. YouTube is very funny and tricky, because in order for you to make something, all right, let me go back a little bit. Have you ever went on YouTube and saw someone basically just putting up pictures and music, but you don't see anything? Or you see someone who is basically talking just to talk out their ass, of nothing, just hanging out. So sometimes what they're doing is they're trying to generate watch time hours. In order to start receiving money for YouTube, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and you have to have 4,000 watch time hours. You may think, oh, 4,000 is nothing. It's a lot. Because when I started, it was going so slow. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. And then they have this little calculator thing that's showing you, oh, you received 100 views. You received 200 views. And it was going so slow. So if you only receiving 50 to 200 views every now and then, it's going to take a while to get to 4,000. So those people are doing that to generate more views. The thing about it is the algorithm that YouTube uses does not is not calculating or is not picking up on the fact that you're not putting out content. You're not putting out good content that people are going to search for. In order for you to make good money, whatever you are, and to get your watch time hours, you have to put out content to make people want to go to your channel. Not your regular average people that is supporting you and your loyal people. Like I have some loyal people that will come and watch me every single time I'm on live. But I'm also trying to get those people who are not subscribing me to come and watch my lives. And that's where the watch time hours start. Watch time hours also do not start unless you watch a good amount. So if you watch for at least a minute, that's when they start the watch time hours. At least a minute. If you look 30 seconds, you're not interested and you leave, there's no watch time hours that you're going to accumulate. So YouTube looks at your content, your tags, your who's watching, how they're watching, and how long they're watching. So if you want to do I'm going to try to hurry up and make this 4,000. So I'm going to just run up the time. It doesn't work that way. And then it actually takes way longer. It does. It takes way longer to get your watch time. You may get watch time hours, but it's going to take extremely long for you to generate it. It's best to just have that niche that you want to use and tell the world and keep putting out information that is going to generate people to watch it. And people you don't even know will come. Like the little boy. The little boy came to me because of my YouTube channel. So that's what you need to do. You need to generate money through your watch time hours. How much money I make? Again, just like the podcast, I make a little, like a little bit, like really, really tiny. I could get 10 cent, 20 cent, 15 cent, 50 cent. Yeah, they all add up. So for every 30 minutes that you're watching, I might receive 15 cents. But the main money you can make is from donations. So when you are on here and you're watching and you want to donate, which is that button down there by the chat, there's a button that allows you to do a super chat. When you do super chats, you're basically donating to your favorite content creator. And that's where a lot of content creators make most of their money. But if you have at least 1,000 views, 10,000 views, 20,000 views, you're making great money. So eventually you will be able to see $500, $600. Like Little John, she said that for the month of January, I believe YouTube gave her about $600. So, and a lot of it was not all donation. A lot of it was based off of how many people who's watching her. And she has over 100,000 subscribers. And out of that, at least 50,000 people watch her videos. So when the 50,000 people watch your videos, that's where your money is coming in. And so she makes at least $600. Me, on the other hand, I may make $10. And then the threshold for them to give you your money, you have to get at least $100. So if I'm only at $20, I'm not getting that $20 until everything adds up to 100. So for a month, I'm gonna say I make at least $10, $20 a month. That's not including donations. If I was to get donations, it will be at least maybe $20 or $25. That's YouTube. But keep going. Don't stop. Be very consistent. Keep pushing. Even if it's not going anywhere, I actually see the growth. I see from what I did last July. I started this last July. And people are telling me, how the hell did you do that in less than a year? I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, you can do it. Teaching. I teach. I teach privately. Um, it may be private, it may be virtual, it may be in person. You could teach. And you could charge to like $50, $60 for an hour. You could charge you could say, okay, you need at least 5 sessions, and it's like, $50 per session or something like that. That's money that is good that you can make. I haven't been teaching lately, but I have taught in like senior citizen homes, schools, Girl Scouts, and they give you donations and stuff like that. So I can make at like $100 a month on just teaching. I haven't been doing it lately because everything was shut down, and the places that I would go to, they don't they're not open. But now that everything is starting to open up a little bit, I have been getting calls asking. So I'm going to add $100 because that's how much I can actually make, $100 for teaching. My merchandise. Do you even know I have merchandise? I don't even advertise it. I have merchandise. I sell shirts. I sell socks, phone covers, leggings, mugs, tote bags. And what I do is I design. I'm also a graphic designer, so I would design images and I will put them on shirts. Again, like I mentioned earlier, I don't have time to do Cricut. I don't have the time. I'm not saying I can't do it. I know I can. I just don't have the time. So being that I don't have the time to make the designs and actually put it on the shirt, I leave it all up to Teespring. So I use Teespring as my storefront so that when I make my design, I upload it, and then I will put whether I want it on a t-shirt, a hoodie, bag, socks, and you just, put it all up on your website, and people buy it. When they buy it, you get that profit back from it. So with Teesprings, you may make 50% of how much you sold. So 50% of how much I sold, I did not make any money for that last month, but I did make some money for it in March. And I'm going to tell you why. I think out of the box. I go directly to clubs, directly to organizations that need a shirt for an event or something. And I would say, well, I make it. And you could go to somebody who has a Cricut, but if you want to get like what is it, sublimation, so the sublimation shirts, the mask, I made masks, I made mugs, I made leggings. And my group, we were talking about using leggings. That's going to be more money in my pocket because my group, which is, I think I always speak about my group, my social group, which is Boss Lady Divas. So I use our logo and put it on some leggings and sell them. Girl, you make money. And it's 11 of us. So imagine 11 of us buying the leggings. The leggings are like maybe 30, $40. You get half of that. That's money. That's good money. And yeah, so for that month of January, and February and March, because I dealt with just organizations that needed something, I was able to make at least $200 per month. So for 1 month, I'm going to say $200, but I didn't make anything for the month of April at all. I didn't make anything. I'm a graphic designer, so I do a lot of logo. I don't like to do logos, but people who know me and personally are around me, I do their logos. And I charge maybe 50, $60 for it. And I would do flyers, I would do websites. So I would do all of these things and make a little chump change here and there. And the other thing that helps me so much is my graphs. The reason why my graphs stand out is not because not just because I know how to graph it and clean it up and make it look good, but also because I'm designing. A lot of times I design the actual graph by just me thinking of graphic design. So how I do my graphic design is almost how I do my graphs. And it's a little different, it's a little unique. So for graphic designing, I don't do a lot of, but when I do it, I can make at least $100 a month. So I did for the month of April. I received two. Yep. So you know what? It's actually more than that. It was $120. I did two logos. Actually three, but I'm not counting the third one because that was plus and stuff. So yeah, I could do $120 on just graphic design logos, on just logos alone. The flyers I charge for, if somebody wanted me to make labels, stuff like that, I could make money off of that as well. Okay, so I already mentioned Amazon affiliate, and I mentioned how I make money off of Amazon affiliate. But do you know that you could be an affiliate or an associate for almost anything? You can be an affiliate of Macy's, or affiliate of Michael's, or an affiliate of, like, whatever you want. If you go and you scroll down on their website, go all the way down, it's a lot of them have something called affiliate program. When you sign up for the affiliate program, make sure you have your stuff in order, because these people who are in charge, they want their affiliates or their associates to have a background. They want you to be able to say, I'm going to use this to get, not just for myself, but I want to use it to get other people to purchase something. And so that's why I was denied in the beginning. When I tried it years ago, I was denied. They would not allow me to do any of it. Once I got this, I started I got my website. So I gave them my website information. I gave them my group information, my Instagram, and that's when they accepted me. Walmart denied me, but I contacted them because I'm a big ass mouth. I contacted them again, and I said, can you review this over again? Because I think you got it wrong. Even though they may not have gotten it wrong, I'm telling them they got it wrong, because I need Amazon and Walmart. That's my goal. Amazon and Walmart. Those are the big ticket items that I can generate a lot of money from. I'm doing good with the Amazon affiliation, but if I have Walmart, it's on and popping from there. It's so on and popping. And it's not just that. I got, what is it? Racket. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That R word where they give you a lot of discounts and stuff. I got that. I'm an affiliate of that. But I'm still in the process because their process is way different. I was approved for it, but I wanted to use that for my website. So the reason why I'm using that for my website, and not necessarily Amazon and Walmart, but the reason why I want to use the Rakuten, whatever it is, the reason why I want to use that is because they are under, it's a whole bunch of companies that's under them, like JCPenney's or Kohl's, or I know Old Navy is under them. So all of those stores are under them. Now, I haven't really been using it because I cater more to you guys, crafters. So crafters really are not gonna, I mean, you may want something from Old Navy or something, but I'm staying in my niche by just doing more crochet related stuff, or knit related stuff, or fiber artist related stuff. So that's what I was doing. But I'm not going to limit myself. So that's why I decided to get the association for that. I'm working on Rakuten. Yes, thank you. Gee, what did I say? Raccoon? I don't know. Raccoon. I don't know. Yes, that's it. That is it. Yes, that's me. That's what I did. I did that like a couple of months ago, and I have the affiliation with that. There's another affiliation that I'm in the process of getting, and I'm so excited about this one because that is a game changer, and that will be Joann's. Such a game changer with Joann's. When I did that video on Big Twist yarn, and I basically said that my graph gans work way better with the Big Twist yarn. Joann saw that. So I'm in the process of filling out the application and doing the steps that I need to do for Joann's affiliation. So watch out, y'all. When I get the promotions and discounts and things that insiders can get, I'm going to share it. I'm going to share it with you guys. And I'm so excited about that one because Big Twist was just on sale, right? But with the promotion, you get extra money off. So I will be able to put in my description, if you use my code, you're able to get an extra 5% off or 10% off. So this is something I'm looking forward to do. I also signed up for Michael's, and Hobby Lobby don't do it. I tried. They don't do it. But it is another one that I'm trying to do affiliation for. I'm just basically greedy. So I'm going to do as many affiliations as possible. The next one is an ambassador. I am an ambassador for a couple of different companies. The one company that I make good money off of is the Popple. So you guys hear me talk about Popple a lot, which is the digital, it's the little tiny digital business card. So I get a commission. If you purchase Popple, I get a little commission from it. And I was excited about it because I started getting so tired of business cards. So when I saw that, I was just so excited. I was really excited. And the thing about it is, they didn't do ambassadors at that time when I first signed up. I said, I know a lot of people who would love this. How can I go about doing that? And they was like, oh, well, they sent me an email. We do have an ambassador program, but at this time we're not looking for anybody. So a month later, I sent another email. I'm looking for being an ambassador. Like, I was very persistent, and that's basically what you have to do. So if you see something that you like and you see places that you order from, ask. That's all. If they say no, try back again later. That's it. Be a pain in the ass. But don't be a pain in the ass to the point where they be like blocking you and stuff like that. But sometimes they have so many people doing it and so many people who are trying to get to that place that they're overwhelmed. So trying a couple of times may not hurt. It may not hurt. I'm very persistent. So, I didn't tell you how much I make with Amazon affiliation. Like I said, I bought a bunch of stuff like a month ago, and I only paid $2 for it. And my stuff was like $80 and some change. So what Amazon paid me to be an Amazon affiliation based off of the clicks that you guys did or whoever did, when they purchased stuff and used my link, I made $80 that month. That month I made $80. So that $80 helped me out. And my goal is to at least make $200 a month from just Amazon affiliations. Just Amazon affiliations. So that's my goal. For each one of these, I have a goal. So like for YouTube, my goal is to make an extra $1,000 a month. I'm not there yet, but that's my goal. My goal for Amazon affiliations is to make an extra, $200 a month. I'm not there yet, but I know what I need to do to get to that 200. My crochet items, my goal is to make an extra $1,000 a month for just crocheting. So that's what you guys could do. And I'm a competitive person with myself. I don't know why, but I am with myself. I'm always competing with myself and saying, you could do this and you can make this amount by this month, and you could definitely do it. Because that's what I did when I made my first $1,500 on Etsy. I said I wanted to make $500, and actually I actually made 1,500, and I was only looking for 500. But because I was focused and I was like, I'm gonna do this, 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 and I did it and made $1,500. Um. Okay, so the ambassador I can make on a good, because sometimes nobody purchased it, but I have to keep mentioning it. That's the thing. Um. To make something from Popple, I can make at least $25 to $40. I'm gonna put 25. So I can make $25 to $40 a month with Popple. But that's something that I have to keep consistently saying over and over and over. Me being an ambassador of other stuff, I can make $10, $20, and whatever. What else? What else? Okay, the business coach. So I'm not actively doing coaching sessions, but if I ever was to go back and do it and be full into doing it, I can make at least $40 to $50 per session. So $40 to $50 per session, and you could have like maybe 4 to 5 clients. That's pretty good money. So that's something that you guys can look into. But I'm gonna put 0 for now because I am not making anything on it. And I'm going to calculate all of that up for you to let you know how much I make per month. But I didn't calculate this month yet, so I'm going to do it now because I didn't do this month. The month of April. I didn't do the month of April yet, so I'm going to do this month to show you how much I made for that month on 12 different types of income. So let me see. $450 plus 400 plus 50 plus $10 plus 150 plus 200 plus 120 and 80. So that's $225. So that's $1,486. So I can make about $1,500 a month extra. And to be honest with you, I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied. My goal is to be able to work full time and be able to generate way, way, way more money. So when you are looking at all of these different avenues of making money, I learned that I had to put all of my energy into one thing that's gonna make good money, and that was my graphs and this. So I realized that in order to go full force into my graphs and this, I had to go down on some other ones, which is my crochet products. So instead of doing 5 to 6 blankets a month, I only do 2. But I do know that even though I went down on that, I'm going to go up on something else. So this is something I just decided to do like in March. So my numbers in January, was for January, I made what is that? Oh, for my numbers in January, I made $1,238. For my numbers in February, I made $1,006. And March, so March was a good month. I made $2,300 in March, and I think it went down. Don't get me wrong. The crazy thing is it went down, but it went up, which is crazy. I was sick in March. My birthday was in March. I did some things for my birthday, and I also, like, as soon as I came back from my trip, I got really, really, really sick. I had a real bad RA flare up, so I wasn't able to do anything for that week. But because I make a lot of passive money, I was generating money even though I was sick. I did a package. I did some birthday situations. I did a couple of things during that month. So that's how I was able to make a little more, which was surprising because I was telling everybody that I didn't do well at all. But when I did my numbers and I looked, I'm like, what? So your passive money is excellent in the time of need. Passive money is everything. Like I said, I didn't do April until just now. So for my month of April, it is 1,485, which is almost 1,500. And let's just see how May do. May so far is looking okay, but when I see one thing going down and the other thing going up, I try to like balance it off. So I would put out something just to balance that up. So now that I see that my Popple went down, me being an ambassador for Popple, I see that that went down. Okay, so now maybe, sometime this week, I'm going to push that back up. So these are all things that I do, and these are all things that you can do so that you can maintain a great income, and you could be lazy about it and still make money, or you could work and still make money. It's all up to you. The hustle is real. It's a lot of determination, a lot of strength that sometimes I don't have. Like I said, I was falling asleep. That's why I had to pull out my bang. I was falling asleep right before I got on this live, and I was literally like this. I'm typing, I'm like this, and I'm like, all right, let me get this bang real quick. And I only had three sips, and I'm good. But I realized that I'm tired. I'm getting older. I'm sleepy. Ever since I was diagnosed with COVID last year, it's like my body did a whole complete change to the point where I could get really fatigued and really sick really quick. And I don't like that, but I push. I push through that. And not everybody can do that, but I pray that you guys can do that and just be happy in what you do and be confident. That means a whole lot. Confident. Be confident in what you can do and confident in the fact that you can take your gift and make it into something. So that's it. I'm actually going to upload some great content for you this week. And later on this week, I'm going for all my special members, my Diva Squad. We are doing something for you as well. So if you're not a member, become a member. Join. JOIN button right there. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you didn't share, sharing is caring. And click like, because I know you like me. I know you do. You have to like me. And you guys have a good evening, a great evening. And I will talk to you later. Bye. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.